All righty, y'all. We are live. PC game show is going to be playing in the background. Let me do this. Let me go to the rundown and let me put you're listening to, hold on, edit. Enjoy. Channel. Taking break.
Okay, see you in a bit, yeah?
All right, Cold Blood. Thanks, brother. Now in the chat. Back. We're going to put that in there. We show. Let me unmute it here.
PC gaming specifically. I started to discover RP servers for games like Atlas, Red Dead, and GTA. I watched modded gameplay of games like Skyrim and Minecraft and found specific PC games I wanted to try more than anything. Like at the time,
let me
I
change
discovered a whole new world through watching Twitch streamers play games. A world I wanted to be a part of.
Playing games and then watching other people play them deepens and enriches the experience that I have just engaging with games in general. And there's the element of community. It's so much fun to play a game and then just celebrate how much we love it with other people, and being in a chat and seeing someone else appreciate something that you love is just always a heartening thing to experience.
We have almost reached the start of the PC Gaming Show, where we'll have
do we want to change that position?
And exclusive interviews, so stay tuned. Now, as we look back at this golden era of PC gaming, naturally we lock eyes with some pretty big elephants in the room. Or actually, is that a llama? Moment number 4. You might be thinking that Fortnite is just for your nephew or for your kids, but let me tell you, as someone who hosts the Fortnite Championship Series, you'd be right, it's only 19-year-olds winning millions of dollars, but it's very fun to play with your friends.
Or should I put it over here?
Here to tell us more about Fortnite are some real experts.
It was the first commercial battle royale to really make a mark. I think obviously PUBG had kind of run a mark that was everywhere. Fortnite launched, and honestly,
does it look better on that side? I think it looks better on that side.
I think something that a lot of people don't really talk about, and the thing that's most exciting about its impact, though.
So we'll be back.
One, it introduced crossplay to everyone.
In a few moments.
Epic really fought to make it so that every platform could play together, and now crossplay feels like kind of a standard thing for a lot of games. Which is great, obviously, for us on the PC, because then people can play with us without us having to go to the lesser platforms. But the other thing that it did really well is they introduced licensing into games in a way that's really interesting. Oh, hey, I'm playing Fortnite with my friend the Xenomorph and RoboCop and, any Marvel superhero you want.
One of the things I love about this era of gaming is it's a time when the corporate titans, like Fortnite, coexist with the comparatively smaller games made by smaller teams, or even a particularly talented solo developer. Moment number 3. If the idea of battling illithids, quick-scoping scrubs, or slaying monsters isn't your cup of tea, then luckily for you, the last 10 years has seen the rise of the cozy game genre. To tell us more, here's Lauren Morton from PC Gamer.
I think Stardew Valley really just nails the customization element and letting you have so many paths through the same game. Like, it was definitely the seed for like a type of game that had never been big on PC before, and was definitely the start of people looking for more like wholesome games, cozy games. Like, proved that there were enough people looking for that like chill cultivating experience that they could make a game like that level of sensation that Stardew Valley became, like, sort of overnight. It felt like everybody who plays has strong opinions about who they should romance, whether they should go with the community center route or the JoJo Mart route. You know, whether you want to be a fisher or a rancher or like some other path through the game, and you have so much control over your environment, how you want it to look. It just gives you that sense of like personalization and making a space yours that doesn't get old, really.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Doesn't it make a nice change to not be killing something? Moment number 2. You know, back in my day, communicating with our gaming friends over voice chat wasn't exactly simple. We had to hear our teammates eating while they rushed B on Inferno. We had to endure the shriek of Skype just to pair up with pals in StarCraft, and all I can say is never again.
Before Discord, there was TeamSpeak, we had Mumble, we had Pigeon, and it took an army of nerds to be able to put it together. And with Discord, like, anybody can just join it. If you have a phone or a PC, Discord is just there. I don't know why it didn't exist beforehand, but like, it's just been a godsend, honestly.
The thing about Discord for me as an independent developer is it's really made getting like live conversations with our community going so seamless and easy, because everybody who talks about games is already on Discord. Amazing. And we have 10,000 people in our Discord. That's nuts. The problem for me with Discord is that if you have just 12 people in a Discord and they're all talking to each other, you're going to get drama. So it's like the challenge for indie game developers is, yes, it's this incredible tool. It's totally low-hanging fruit. Everyone has it. But you need to give resource to it literally every single day. And it's very... it's demanding. It's demanding. But I love my Discord, and they're my little freaks. So I wouldn't give them up for anything. We have also kept our forums open at the same time, though, just to like play the field.
Chatting with your friends online has never been easier thanks to Discord. And now, the number 1 moment from the last decade. Alright, we're nearly ready to start the PC Gaming Show. Who's ready? Actually, is our host ready? Let's check on him.
Hey.
Hey Sean, how's it looking over there, buddy? You got your hosting pants on yet?
Frankie, indeed, I am wearing pants, but you just can't rush this kind of beauty.
Sean, I know you're already hosting the show along with our friend Mika Burton, but can we steal a moment to get your thoughts on, you know, the most historically significant thing that's happened in PC gaming since 2015?
For our 10th anniversary, Frankie, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Because when you think about a brand new release, it's trying to do something more, bigger explosions, better graphics, maybe pushing some technical thing to the limit. Like PUBG did not really run very well on release. Like I was getting 20 frames per second when I played, but it was so compelling and it breaks like 3 million concurrents. And then Fortnite switches its core gameplay away from that build a base and defend things at night into a battle royale and becomes the #1 game in the world. And I think that it was so impactful because it was like watching the birth of a new genre. People that did not play shooter games like me had such clarity as to what you needed to be doing at all points in time, and there's 100 people in the game. I mean, again, I don't think that I've played something that compelling since.
Thank you so much to Sean and all of our other experts for sharing their biggest moments with us. Read more about the 10 biggest moments in the last decade of PC gaming on PCGamer.com and let us know your favorite gaming moments using the hashtag PCGamingShow.
It is my pleasure to welcome you to the PC Gaming Show 2024. Once again, I'm absolutely thrilled to be your host. My name is Sean Day9 Plot. We've got another great show for you, packed with trailers, exclusives, and lots of surprises, but here is what I'm most excited about. Joining me once again is the inimitable Mika Burton. Get in here, Mika.
I'm on my way.
Take it away,
Sean. I am so glad to be here and be a part of this milestone in the history of the PC gaming show. Seriously, like a whole decade covering the ever-changing landscape of PC gaming and all of the incredible games during that time. That's pretty impressive.
We've had a good run. 10 years is a long time, and if this show was a child, it would be slamming doors and belittling me in public and still asking for V-Bucks in Fortnite.
Yeah, well, before we take a look at the future of PC gaming, let's get a bit nostalgic and take a look back at some of our favorite moments from the last 10 years of the show.
Oh, dude. Cue the emotive montage music.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, over the years, we've featured so many great games, some of which got their start right here on the PC Gaming Show. So, who remembers some of those gems?
I mean, I remember in 2021 when we turned a graphics card into a spaceship, or when we did various attempts to replace our host with artificial intelligence. It was an innocent time. We were so young and naive back then.
We sure were. And what about way back when the PC Gaming Show was live, and we had developers like Dean Hall and Warren Spector, and oh my God, look at baby Day 9.
Oh, and I still look like that.
I mean...
And who could forget the PC Gaming Show 1969, live streaming from a surface of a little white rock that we call the moon.
Hey, what?
Wow. I don't know if it's my dwindling oxygen levels or the fact that my internal organs are floating weightlessly around my body. Man, this game is making me feel very dizzy with excitement. Houston, anything new on the RPG front?
Hey, what?
And who could forget the PC Gaming Show 1350, a personal favorite of mine? Now, for fans of sticks and pebbles, prepare to lose thy stools for sticks and pebbles too. Developed by peasants and published by Microsoft. Simply boil some water to access it on Steam.
Sean, you know some of those things didn't really happen, right?
Oh, of course, Mika. I know. I'm not an idiot. Moon landing, sure.
Well, we have some more exciting news. No 10th anniversary show would be complete without our favorite Brit and gaming goddess. It's none other than Frankie Ward.
Thank you so much, Mika. It's great to see you and Sean again. And to celebrate 10 years, I even got us a little cake. But I do think I speak for everyone watching when I say, could you two stop goofing around and just get to the trailers already?
Well, in a second. But Frankie, riddle me this. Why aren't you, like, here with us?
Well, I'm kind of expecting a pretty special delivery.
Oh, I get you. Big Amazon order.
Yeah,
Can't miss those. Sometimes you have to sign.
Right? Something a little more important. I'll be here with my unborn mind flare having a watch party. And I'm just gonna chill out here on the couch, have some snacks, and be on hand to jump in whenever the mood takes me. Also, why are you standing there like a couple of lemons anyway? You should take a page from my book and take a load off.
Ooh, hey, Frankie, I think you're onto something. I mean, this is way better.
Yeah, thank you, Frankie. And you know what? Thank you, chair scientists everywhere.
I'm glad you're both comfortable because we've got a great show today. Trailers to the most exciting upcoming PC games, exclusive world premiere announcements of brand new games, interviews and behind the scenes looks at upcoming releases, and lots more.
But first, let's kick off this year's 2024 PC Gaming Show with 3 huge world premiere announcements. Here we go.
From the creators of Dorfromantik and Kurzgesagt comes a new game in space. Meet the Starbirds. Help them claim nearby asteroids. You'll need to build stuff. You'll need to gather stuff. You'll need to connect stuff to other stuff to produce even more stuff. To advance your technology and reach for the stars. Explore countless asteroids. They're packed with resources and come in all shapes and sizes. Stay curious. You never know what you may find. Starbirds, coming to a solar system near you. Wishlist now on Steam.
Wow, Lornvale looks great. A fantasy world with post-apocalyptic vibes, guns, but also magic. Sign me the heck up. And actually, Mika, question for you. What do you think you would become in a lawless fantasy world? Seriously.
Well, I could see myself as like a ruthless bounty hunter, blasting away hordes of enemies with a 6-shooter, or maybe I'd become a silver-tongued traitor, you know, talking my way out of dangerous situations.
Wait, but what about me?
For you, I picture a dead body, you know?
Oh, well, that makes sense. I mean, I would die quickly.
Yeah.
People have always said I look like the Disco Elysium bloated corpse.
Right? It really checks out. Well, in Lornvale, it looks like both of our visions can come true. Hey, now, Sean, since we're talking about fantasy games, lots of them let you practice alchemy, right? But how about a tycoon game that lets you practice alchemy?
Oh, Mika, is your clever wordplay indicative of me getting to brew my own beer?
You are so right, Sean. It is, but more than just that. In our next game, you build and manage a monastery, keep your monks happy, and create your very own ale recipes.
Oh, Mika, at last, a game that caters to my desire for medieval, mead-based monastery management.
Roll out the barrels as we raise a goblet or two to Ale Abbey.
think it's time, Red?
I told you, my name is Ringo.
Tell me again, how does this thing work?
You just have to combine the words. Like this.
Super Fire King!
Found the weakness.
Whoa. Careful with the face.
I guess it's just you and me now.
Seems that way.
I've never seen the stars like this before.
Well, make sure you put on your seatbelt.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
Zoe, I was beginning to think you'd never make it. Ah, you were looking for answers. For you, these centuries would have passed in an instant. I once served your father. I helped him lay the groundwork for everything you see here. I am Savi. Welcome, Zoe.
Like you were all the same.
Well, there is an offer that you can't refuse. So, how about you, good fella? Are you ready to get your knuckles bloody with fallen aces?
Well, Mika, I'd rather use a lead pipe. You know, because I have these fragile RTS digits.
Yeah, okay. Well, good news, Sean. You will recognize our next game, Stormgate, a real-time strategy game. It's giving off some big StarCraft vibes, which is not surprising since it's being made by a team of former StarCraft developers. And hey, Sean.
Yeah.
You've played StarCraft like an hour or two, right?
Oh, yes, Mika. I've played maybe even 3 hours. I even dipped a toe in a little bit.
Crazy.
But now for all you RTS fans out there, heads up, because with Stormgate, we've got a lot more than just a trailer. We visited the developer Frost Giant Studios for a close-up look at their new RTS. So get those hand stretches going, prop up your gaming chair, and stay hydrated. Prepare to do battle in Stormgate.
Before the Infernals invaded us on Earth and destroyed human civilization, they engaged in battle with their sworn enemies, the Celestial Armada. Angelic form merged with advanced technology. The Celestials fight unlike anything we've seen, harnessing both light and darkness. They have new ways to mine resources and centralized army production. Their flying arc ship cascades power, which they use to expand infrastructure, energize their army, and enhance their abilities.
Enemies beware. A higher purpose.
Now, the Celestial Armada is here. Earth is the latest battleground, and the war, it's just getting started.
The Celestial Armada is this dying alien race that is moving through the galaxy, and they are ancient beings that stretch back to the origins of the universe itself. And everything from their beings to their civilization to where they live is technologically driven. And we love playing into that mechanically with how they express themselves on the battlefield in the game. With each faction that we develop, we start with a core identity. The Vanguard, we have this plucky human resistance. They're about adaptability, and with the Infernals, we really explored the idea of a unit-focused faction that could have a different way of summoning their troops into the battlefield. With the Celestials, when we started out, we really wanted to push a lot of boundaries. And we thought, how can we make a building-focused faction? And also a faction that introduces map-wide mobility. They are anchored by this idea that they're descending into the atmosphere from the Celestial Armada. And so when you're playing as this faction and can build structures all across the map in different places very easily, in many ways it becomes this strategic dance about where the conflict is playing out on a map. So we've kind of shifted the focus onto the buildings themselves. There's going to be a lot of emergent gameplay that players will discover on their own that we are not planning for. And that's actually what we want from the Celestials. Is we want to give players a bunch of options, a bunch of flexibility, and a bunch of interesting toys to play with, and then see what comes out the other side. And if you're the type of player that really likes coming up with this innovative way to outsmart opponents, the Celestial faction is designed for you.
With Celestials, we've really done something that is pure original thinking from this team that is not something that we've seen before in a real-time strategy game. And it took a lot of iteration to get to the point that it felt balanced and where it felt correctly comparable to the other two races.
Stormgate is a Blizzard-style RTS, and so by saying that we're continuing the legacy of Warcraft and StarCraft, we're really looking at that core RTS experience. But we really believe that even within a Blizzard-style RTS, there's a lot of room to innovate, and there's a lot of creative boundaries that can be pushed to bring new styles of play and new experiences for players. And so we are really excited about bringing a lot of new ideas into the genre. We want you to have this asymmetric experience where playing one faction or another faction really feels almost like a different game entirely.
Our technology runs at a higher tick rate than any real-time strategy game that's ever come before. In a nutshell, essentially what that means is, as a player, the time between clicking and seeing their actions take place is faster than any other RTS game that's really ever come out. As a player, it just feels really, really good to play.
One of the biggest design challenges that we faced with Stormgate is creating a game that maintains the high-skill gameplay that has been the heart of RTS for so long, but still provides an on-ramp for new players coming in that doesn't scare them away. It's okay to be a high-skill game. It's actually a good and appealing thing. We never want to water down that aspect of RTS, but we talk a lot about lowering the skill floor, which means making it more approachable for new players coming in without taking away the high skill elements of the game that make RTS so exciting. Early access is much more about bringing the community along with us and benefiting from that feedback that the community provides us to really make the game what they tell us they want. We've been having conversations with the community, and together, hopefully, that we really are able to craft something that feels collaborative. We're sharing it at a much earlier stage than any game that we've worked on in the past. But it is a better way to make games. I believe that Stormgate, as it evolves, will turn into something that is literally the best game that we've ever worked on as a result.
We hope you've enjoyed this exclusive first look at our Celestial faction. Stormgate's free to play. It's available to everyone and will be launching fully into early access on August 13th. But you can join us before then on July 30th by going to Steam and picking up one of our bundles that's available today.
Well, douse me in ethereal light and mine my minerals. I am beyond excited for Stormgate.
Hey, Sean, if you're excited for RTS madness, wait until you hear this. I've been using pretzels to scoop up my ice cream instead of a spoon. Pretzels, they're like spoons you can eat.
Oh, solid logic, Frankie, but why are you telling me this now?
It's strategy, Sean. Optimum watch party strategy. No spoons, nothing to wash later. Get it? Here is another example. Let's say someone knocks on my door during the watch party. A regular person would get up and answer the door, but me? I just hurl this brick through my front window and whoever was knocking runs away in terror. Bricks, they're like spoons you can throw.
I feel like I'm really starting to get you, Frankie. A window brick sounds totally overpowered. I think you're onto something.
My point is this. It's a really exciting time for strategy games on PC, and we've got so many more to show you today, starting right now. All you turn-based tactics fanatics out there do not want to miss this next one.
looked upon the earth, it was the look of death.
So Kamla is really trying to summon a demon from another dimension. What a twat.
The primary mission is to sabotage Kamla's operation at any cost. What a splendid hiding place.
How about a little switcheroo?
You got equipped with thingamajig's too.
You're not the only one with tricks up your sleeve.
Tight passages, traversing the rooftops, will require some cunning.
Don't mind me.
Did you just melt it?
It's an incredibly complicated chemical reaction. But yes. Impressive.
Terrifying.
It has its uses.
I've got glimpses of a strange machine he's been working on. I have no idea what it does.
We'll keep it simple then. Stab and shoot our way to the off button.
They said that a career in archaeology would be uneventful.
Stealth, tactics, a ragtag group of scientists, and a werebear. What a great world premiere trailer. And speaking of trailers, Mika, we've had a ton of them on the PC Gaming Show over the last 10 years. You want to hear some stats?
Oh my God, is Master Chief a Covenant killing machine?
Has and always will be, Mika. And in the first 10 years of this show, we've piped into your hungry little eyeballs over 79,018 seconds of exclusive PC gaming content, streaming in a plethora of languages and regions.
And that's not all, Sean. We have worked closely with developers to provide exclusive behind-the-scenes content and showcase some of the most exciting games of the past decade, all of which can be found over on our Steam page.
Indeed. And hey, how about a few more of those stats?
Ooh.
According to chat, a whopping 98.7% of viewers tuned in live right now want us to hurry up and get on with the next trailer. So hey, can't argue with facts.
No, you can't.
Hey PC gamers, my name is Dave and I'm the director at Mighty Yell, and if you know us, you know we like to make things that are weird, uplifting, and fun. With those things in mind, I cannot wait to show you our brand new expressive dance battle adventure, All Systems Dance. All Systems Dance takes the fun of freely dancing and moving through a space, combines it with some tense arena combat and a heartfelt and funny story, all in the name of taking down an evil corporation. Look, we wanted to make a game about dance because, well, we're not the greatest dancers. I'm not. But that doesn't matter. The thing about dance is that everyone can dance, and if everyone can dance, and dance is what you need to save the world, then maybe everyone can save the world. I'm going to let the teaser speak for itself, but please go to allsystemsdance.com for more information. Thank you for watching this, for being a part of this with us, and remember, the revolution will not be choreographed.
Welcome to Port Tomorrow, a perfect place for every Whoosh citizen to work, socialize, and relax. We here at Whoosh have thought of everything, so you never have to.
Don't believe their marketing and don't believe their messaging. This is the face of Whoosh. Look around. We are all trapped here on this island. We are being watched and we have to fight back. I know they outnumber us, but we've discovered their weakness. Their weakness is dance. Dance reprograms them. Dance makes them see us as more than just a number on a spreadsheet. You have to dance. You have to dance like your life depends on it. Take back control, free yourself, and feel the movement. The revolution will not be choreographed.
Atlas 1-1, this is Zeus. Do you copy? Over. We've detected the anomalous presence in the Iron Corridor area. We need you to localize it and contain it. There's a lot of blue and red activity there. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. Your goal is simple. Search and contain the anomaly. I repeat, search. Atlas, do you copy? Respond, Atlas.
Okay, Mika, pop quiz.
But I didn't study, Sean.
Quiet, listen. Let's say you find yourself face to face with a huge mutant super soldier whose arm has been replaced by a chainsaw.
Okay.
What do you do?
Well, if I were a mad scientist working for an evil mega corporation, you know, like you do, I would probably replace its other arm with a grappling hook.
Oh my God, perfect, because that means you would fit right in at Tripwire Interactive, who have been working for years to bring us the next installment in the Killing Floor series. Now, for those of you who didn't know, the franchise has been a huge staple of the PC gaming show since its inception back in 2015. Tripwire have actually been at 9 PC gaming shows. In the upcoming sequel, players will face off against a new upgraded generation of Zeds in this long-awaited co-op horror FPS.
And the Zeds aren't the only things that have gotten an upgrade. To learn more, we visited those mad scientists at Tripwire Interactive for this exclusive look at the guns and gore of Killing Floor 3.
Who's ready for a bit of fun then?
Action horror would be the thing that we focused on from the beginning with Killing Floor 3. It was really about science gone wrong. I mean, even like, look at this set, right? As a kid of the 80s and 90s, I just loved the Dark Horse Aliens and Predator comics. There were some elements in there about trying to create biological weapons set in a thematically dystopian themed world. So we wanted to tie that in. But from Predator and Aliens, one of the things that you see the most is basically a group of well-trained badasses who have to use every single bullet, every single grenade, every single weapon to handle the things that they're being faced with, these kind of insurmountable odds. Those moments are what motivate us, and that's when Killing Floor is at its best.
There's just a combination of just so many small elements that we've improved over Killing Floor 2 experience. We've increased the amount of Zeds that are in the world at one time, so the battle feels way more epic.
We knew we wanted Zeds to become more challenging. We're increasing how they get to you, how they damage you. So the cone of danger has essentially increased dramatically. Anywhere on screen Zeds can be, so I have to kind of keep my head on a swivel and really learn how to prioritize my targets. It's not essentially what's closest to me, but what can get to me faster, what's gonna do more damage. It's just more ways to kind of amplify not only the action, but that horror element as well in KF3.
We have like very detailed hit detection system now, and you can blow off any limb. Every bullet hole that hits it stays there permanently. Exactly where you burn the creature is where you'll see its flesh burnt. We actually have Zeds where you can blow limbs off and they'll keep fighting you if it's not a critical spot of that Zed.
Most of our Zeds have somewhat of a critical zone on it. So certain Zed tech, like on the Flesh Pound, on his back, on his chest, they'll glow. If you shoot that, it will explode off and expose like an inner critical zone that when you shoot will kind of deal the ultimate killing blow to that Zed. One thing that's always felt great in Killing Floor is shooting things in the head. We wanted there to be variety when you do that. Their heads are made up of multiple meshes so that it can essentially open up and kind of randomizes what that head could look like. There is the opening shot of Day of the Dead, where there's literally just a massive tongue and maybe like a few teeth hanging there. We're very big horror fans, so there's kind of like little Easter eggs throughout everything. That impact and that feedback and that variation makes shooting things in the head feel incredibly rewarding. We hope you enjoyed that exclusive look at Killing Floor 3. For more information, visit killingfloor3.com and wishlist now.
What a beautifully twisted and nightmarishly gory game. Yeah. I've already added it to my wish list, and look at this, Mika.
Oh.
I've also been in their Discord for 3 weeks.
Sean, that is the Discord for Cleaning Floor 3, the mopping simulator.
Oh, I mean, I was kind of wondering why there was so little chat about killing Zeds and so much about preventing streak marks on kitchen floors.
All right, let's leave Zeds behind because in our next game, there is a different type of mob filling the streets. Thousands of screaming sports fanatics. You can manage traffic, security, and logistics for athletes and fans in football tycoon game Coppa City. Here's the world premiere trailer.
This city is about to experience a football game that could be the greatest it has ever seen. You are responsible for how it will go down in history. Get ready to host the biggest clubs from all around the world. You will have to manage every single detail. Prepare for thousands of fans swarming your city. Filling the streets with energy you can only get from football fever. But remember, safety is a top priority. It's all in your hands. Can you find the right balance?
The fans are getting excited, but the pressure on the organizers is rising.
Can you give them what they want? Can you create a night they will remember forever? Everything comes down to your decisions. Clubs, engage thousands of fans, create a football fiesta. Coppa City 25, the first football tycoon.
Hope you come find me soon. I have lost you all. A storm
and Elven Princess and Nightmare Clown.
Hey, Cat!
Are you ready to play awesome games in my own fantasy megaverse? I hope I never wake up.
Stay.
Bad clown. So what's up first? A little Halo capture the flag, or...
Have a lovely picnic.
Sure.
Kat, we've been talking. You do know about PC Game Pass, right?
PC Game Pass? What's that?
It's a membership that lets PC players play new and immersive PC games.
Like going to a PC gamer's dreamland, only you're awake and he's not here. Tell me all about it!
You'll get day one access to some of the biggest new releases, along with a curated library of PC games.
It even includes an EA Play membership.
And it's crammed to the gunnels with exclusive member benefits and discounts. If I were human instead of a ripped dream elf, then I'd use it to try games and buy them for less. Huzzah! Sick! Can I play with my friends? Ask them yourself! Huzzah! Cool! Multiplayer! So it's a gaming membership designed specifically for PC players, and you get all these awesome features for a low monthly price?
Exactly! You even get exclusive Riot Games benefits. Uh-oh.
Thanks, guys. As soon as I wake up, I'm joining PC Game Pass. It's literally a dream come true. Better, even.
You know, it's not often I get to say this, but that terrifying clown and his admittedly cute friends really know what they're talking about.
Oh, they sure do, Mika. PC Game Pass is a great way to try out tons of PC games without having to buy them at full price.
So true. Well, let's keep the show rolling with some more trailers.
Solver for Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere. We're making a covert revenge thriller FPS about a secret agent who turns down one last job too many and gets hunted across the North American wilderness by the military-industrial complex. And I was like, hey, can I shoot this promo here? And they said, well, it's Texas, of course we can hunt you. And I said, what's that? The one thing the games industry needs more than a corporation that gives a shit about developers and their players is WASP slander. Now, I could tell you about how Strange Scaffold, the studio behind El Paso elsewhere, is making an exciting new action game, but if you get anything out of this next trailer, I hope it's that WASPs are evil bastards and they should be shot on sight. Thank you.
Where are you hiding? The more you hide, the more agents we send. And the more agents we send, well, come on out, you big bitch.
Okay.
Wait, no!
I've got hiding.
Agent down! Harding spotted! Harding's here! He's going for the head!
Be careful what you wish for.
The Cataclysma left us broken, lost. But we rose, piece by piece, night after night. They broke us once, but I see no broken souls today. I see a people carved from stone. And with this stone, we will rebuild.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
Listen, I don't care what you were doing back on Earth, shooting hobos in tracksuits or sweating in a bush in some godforsaken jungle. This is nothing like what you've ever faced. Our intel confirms enemy operators deployed in the AO. And it seems like those alien freaks can be killed with light. Keep your mission objective a priority, and I'll see you on the other side. Moving out.
Excellent work as always, Day 9. What's up, everybody? I'm Tasteless, and I am joined with David, Kim, and Artosis. Today, we're going to be talking to you about a very exciting new game, Battle Aces, a fast-action RTS.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. So this first building that you see right here is my core. This is where my units train out of. And also, if I lose the core, then I lose the game.
It seems like in this game, you can expand like within seconds of it starting. Is that correct?
Yeah, so right when the game starts, you have enough resources to either expand, tech, or build an army to attack with.
You know, something that we keep seeing show up on this screen right now is that intelligence bar. This is one of my favorite things about Battle Aces, where you can immediately see not just your unit deck, but your opponent's as well, and start strategizing from the get-go.
For sure, and not only that, I can also see the precise, I guess, tech progress of my opponent and vice versa too. So we can strategize very precisely in this game.
So with these unit decks, you can make almost any combination of units. How many units exactly are in the game Battle Aces right now?
Yeah, so we have 45 units planned for the closed beta, but we'll be adding new units every single season, so the possibilities of strategy will be endless.
Now, I notice here on the intelligence bar, you can see you're teching up, your opponent is taking that faster third base, and I see you're playing like a very defensive, tech-oriented game, whereas your opponent is playing a bit more fast-paced, right? Like he's running around, he's doing the attacking while you're doing the defending.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the different types of strategies that can be used for different players?
So in this specific game, I'm trying to show off a more easier way to play, so you'll notice that I'm not really clicking all that much kind of thing. So my basic strategy is in Tier 1, I have these recall units that can teleport back to any of my bases, making it a very easy defensive option. And I'm straight teching to king crabs that are very strong at harassing enemy bases and expansions.
Now, game timers and RTSs is not like a new thing, but what's interesting about this one is that this game counter is counting down. What's the story with that?
Yeah, so we have a max game limit of 10 minutes in this game. So when the timer reaches 0, then the game will end. And the winning player is whoever has the higher score when that happens.
Now, we notice that the two king crabs you have, they seem to be on a stealth mission here. It seems like you're skirting the bottom of the map, maybe going up for a little bit of harassment, a little bit of counterattacking.
Yeah, for sure. So I sent 2 to the back so that I can take down one of these bases, hopefully, and while playing a defensive game. But the enemy noticed that, and because he was kind of off position, that's why he went all in on my third base.
Yeah, it looks like he will end up killing off your third base here, and in fact brings in a huge army, but it looks like you will defend, unfortunately losing that third base.
Yeah, but I do have a bigger army, and I was able to save those 2 king crabs and bring them back. So I'm feeling pretty good about this massive attack right here.
Yeah, it looks like you're pushing forward, and that is a very scary army with that many king crabs. Let's see how you end up doing. It does look like it's going to end up being a rout, even taking down his flying units there. It looks like you've done a great job this game, David. And, you know, I got to say, guys, I've played a lot of Battle Aces. And if you want a more in-depth look at the high skill expression available, check it out at playbattleaces.com.
And we'll be starting our beta very soon, in a few weeks. So please make sure to sign up for the beta while you're there at the site.
And be sure to wishlist it on Steam. Thank you so much for joining us. That's all the time we have. Day 9, back to you.
Thanks, Artosis. And Nick Tasteless Plot, my literal brother that refers to me by my internet moniker.
Well, now, Sean, Frankie told us there'd be a lot of great new strategy games in our show, and she was right. There has never been a better time to be a PC gamer and an RTS fan. And with the lightning-fast action of its 1v1 and 2v2 modes, Battle Aces is a big reason why.
And
next up, Citizen Sleeper 2.
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought I was
no,
gonna...
I thought it...
It's me,
Oh,
right?
no.
Well, look.
Okay.
If you don't mind,
Yeah,
a little mix-up, but
go for it, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
The world of a malfunctioning android housing the digitized consciousness of a human being can be treacherous existence at the best.
I was supposed to introduce that trailer. Me, Mika. And then he just swoops in and steals it. Ho, you've made a powerful enemy today, plot.
Mika, is everything okay?
Yeah, what? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Okay, great. As I was saying, this new installment...
Keep talking, Day 9, and you won't have 9 days left after I...
Look, Mika,
What?
we can all hear your thoughts.
What? How?
Well, yeah, you recorded them earlier, in the voiceover studio. I mean, that's the audio that's getting piped into the studio right now. Guys, can we go ahead and mute 003 Mika's internal rage.wave right now?
You got it, Sean.
I'm sorry, I just, I really wanted to introduce the trailer. I'm like the TTRPG girl.
Okay, you know what? Honestly,
yeah.
totally fine. Go ahead.
You sure? Okay. You've lost your memory and there's a bounty on your head. This time, you're not alone.
Okay, wait, hold on. Where are my vengeful thoughts?
Oh.
Sorry, Sean. It got taped over with one of our nature documentaries.
All right, well, just play that, I guess.
Well, as I was saying, you've lost your
The
memory.
Bolivian gulping iguana sounds its mating call, a noise often described as nature's dumbest sound.
Oh, forget it. Just cue the dang thing.
Well, in all of its uninterrupted glory, here's our first ever look at the gameplay in Citizen Sleeper 2, which I got to announce and not Sean.
Wake up, Sleeper. We're in trouble. Lane's closing in, and we need this next contract to go right. But nothing's gone right so far. That contract Carson gave us was trouble from the start. Junie? I didn't trust her. Not for a moment. That derelict was a death trap. Suddenly, it was all over. But we've got to bounce back. We've secured the contract. So let's talk, crew. How about Nia? She was handy with that drone. Stopped the whole thing blowing up in our faces. Or Eugene. He's a loudmouth, but he's tough as hell. Although he did forget to tell us about Vesna. Or we find someone new, but new crew have new problems. The belt is wide, Sleeper. So whatever comes at us next, just remember, nothing in the belt ever runs smooth.
Wish you could keep track of all the games you're seeing on the PC Gaming Show? Well, that's exactly what wishlists are for. The PC Gaming Show Steam page is a one-stop shop where you can fill up your wishlist with every single game we're featuring on our show. Make it quick, though. We've got an unbeatable trailer coming up. That's no exaggeration. It really is unbeatable.
I say the lines, the syllables, got it memorized so I can make you stop. You treat me like a criminal, so why shouldn't I treat you like you're a cop?
is a double shot of exciting news. Core Keeper's upcoming 1.0 launch and twin stick shooters Odenfall coming to early access later this year.
Okay, Mika, I can't wait to show everyone our next game, and it's so exciting. I'm gonna need to stand up for this. You should stand up too.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. It's hard to think of a better combination than the team behind the gloriously gory medieval warfare slasher Chivalry 2 and this classic zombie survival horror game that started out as a mod for Half-Life 2.
Brace yourself for 8-player co-op, permadeath, and the terrifying cinematic experience of No More Room in Hell. So let's take a look.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna want to sit down for this.
But I just stood up.
No More Room in Hell 2 is a permadeath horror co-op game.
You start with a flashlight with no weapons, and you're exploring in the dark, and you're trying to find your first friend and your first weapons to get some safety.
You find more gear, you find more people. It's suddenly 4 players, 6 players, 8 players, up to that final showdown at the power plant, where hordes of zombies are pouring in and are using explosives and assault rifles to overcome that final challenge.
Like with Chivalry, combat is the first thing we focused on, being Torn Banner. We want that game feel just really intense, and it's part of the immersion. Every run is different. We're looking at how do we deliver the Hollywood cinematic experiences? You know, how do we put you in a place that you've never been before, but you've always wanted to be? It's like a co-op game with consequences. And the fun becomes, how long can I survive the zombie apocalypse?
Friendly Mustang has arrived on the battlefield. Take the electrotube to your radio transmitter.
Peggy 18.
Gore meets parkour in Death Sprint 66. And here I thought the worst thing that could happen while jogging is jogging. Now, you've heard of motorbikes and motorboats, but how about motor brooms? In Crescent County, you can escape to a beautiful and wholesome island of witches, where you don't just fly around on boring old wooden brooms. You suit them up, trick them out, and use them for drifting, racing, and running a high-speed delivery service. Let's take a visit to Crescent County. And now I'm beyond lucky to be joined by Crescent County's creative director, Anna Hollenreich. Anna, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to be here.
Now, that was a lovely trailer, and I'd love if you could just walk us through a little more of what we just saw.
It's kind of if you imagine Kiki's Delivery Service meets the Bikes of Kira, set on a rural witch tech island. It's a game about finding yourself kind of as a proto-adult, and I'm really interested in this question of how do you find home in a new space? How does a place become yours? By day, you're driving around the island, making deliveries to the locals, and then by night, you're racing around the island with the characters that you've befriended along the way, or, I don't know, maybe you want to get one of the characters to date you, but you need a bed frame because they have self-respect. I believe me.
You did say that you took some personal experiences into this. It's so real. Okay, so talk to me a little bit about where the idea for Crescent County came from.
It's inspired by my first ever proper video games job where I moved to the Isle of Wight. I couldn't stop doing this witch tech mashup. I couldn't stop drawing it. I was going to Comic-Cons, I was selling art about it, and I've been working in big teams on things like Fall Guys. But I knew that if I didn't launch myself out into the unknown, I would never forgive myself.
So you're taking this big leap into making this game, and it's in the cozy genre. What sets your game apart from those?
So this is a delivery life sim game, right? But it's also got underground motor broom street racing in it. I really love genre mashups. I think that they're so interesting. And I love making worlds that feel warm and lived in and loved, where people feel, you know, relaxed and safe. But also, if you want to amp things up, you can trick out your motor broom to the point where you're almost flying and smash into your friends with all your sigil sticker powers.
What about it excites you the most, though?
We're really interested in making this island feel very relaxing to drive around, but also hiding all of these little shortcuts and jumps and boosts all over the place so that it can be just as intense and chaotic sometimes as well.
Where can everyone get their hands on Crescent County?
So this game means the absolute world to us. It's a bit of my heart, it's a bit of my soul, and if it interests you, please add it to your wish list.
Crescent County looks amazing, Sean, and it is just oozing with charm. I'm definitely making room for it at the top of my wish list.
And if you want to wish list Crescent County and all the other great games you've seen on our show today, they're all located in one place, the PC Gaming Show Steam page.
Okay, it's time to put the brooms away as we take a look at some other wickedly good releases.
My name is Sam Walker, and I am the last man standing. I steel myself for what's to come. I may not survive this, but at least I'll go down fighting. Fighting for a chance to make things right. Even if it's too little too late.
All right, I'm back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, y'all. Lord.
Well, you missed a lot of fucking dog shit.
I was watching it while I had
is the sound of the
play what happened,
instrument that soothes your father.
Get some food.
But I don't know
Bought out.
where to search for
I don't eat.
Playing loud at the
Talk
melody
to us a while. I
world. A
don't-
great
I don't eat.
sight one can
Everybody else eats. The food
Other
is-
worse, whereby the heaven
poison,
comes
so
warm.
I had some shit
One
bought
can
out.
cast.
And instead of saying, "Oh, why is this food sitting here in the refrigerator?" Somebody put it back in the freezer. I have a local co-op that's local. They just keep unthawing and freezing and unthawing food. They just- Shots get active. So yeah, Cold Blood, you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the news. Gears Black Ops 6 will not. The multiplayer will not be available. Console Game Pass members. Only Ultimate. What do you think about that, Cole?
Hello, my name is Nicole
That sounds
He,
crazy
and
to
I'm
me.
working with Nereal and Devolver Digital to make the world's first thirst-person
That's
shooter,
that
The
Smoke
Crush
and Mirrors
House. So in the
post I've been
game, you've been
talking about.
hired to produce 1999's hottest reality show, and your job is to choose the cast, film the drama, and give the audience what they are thirsting for. But remember, never ever speak to the talent. Anyway, all the different audience groups want to see different things, so let's see who's tuning in today. All right, we've got the divorced dads. They want to see bromances, meat on the grill, strong male emotions, you know, divorced dads. And the fish freaks are here. We've earned money from ads, so let's put some fish in the tank for them. This is normal for reality TV. And the film students are watching, and they want to see all of this at a
I'm telling you, they're making PC the first class citizen.
Pants are a prison for the ass, if that's what you want, Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know, if we combo all the different things that they want to see in frame together, the ratings will go up even more. Chat is loving it. And no matter how crazy the audience requests are, we have to satisfy them, or else the show will be canceled.
I can understand if this was a third-party game.
But don't worry if things do go wrong. This is reality TV after all. Just pick a new cast, start the season over, and maybe this time we'll make it to the series finale of The Crush House.
There are tiers. They would. They broke Black Ops 6 into pieces of that. What y'all want about Red Dragon? I always know. Here's the sequel. This is worse than the future game show. It looks like.
Yep.
This is PC Gamer. This is supposed to be the pinnacle representation of PC gaming.
Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Well, if you mean pinnacle in fucking indies, yes, sure.
Coming up in the PC Gaming Show.
PC gaming is all about. What are we talking about? Gears of War E-Days.
Trust me when I say I know what it's like to wait for a big release to arrive. This particular download has been queuing for months. But fans of extraction shooters, and I'm talking about the extraction shooter, the one that kicked off an entirely new genre, don't have much longer to wait. Multiplayer FPS Escape from Tarkov has been in beta since 2017, but is now preparing for its heralded 1.0 release. Here's a look at what's coming when the granddaddy of extraction shooters goes gold.
This feels like a smaller type.
Давненько не заходил.
They really
Куда пропадал-то?
downgraded the scope.
Так ты на арену поддался, но все равно вернулся, да? Чемпион. Да, изменился ты.
No, I meant
И
Gears.
у нас тут жизнь не стоит на месте. Конфликт в Таркове снова разгорается. И пока неизвестно, чем все это закончится. Похоже, придется тебе снова показать, чего ты стоишь, боец. Путь осилит идущий, так ведь? И кто знает, может, у тебя и получится сбежать из Таркова.
Hell no. I mean, this is gonna give Sean so much content for the next 2-3 years in advance.
Where's Sean at? Sean talking that shit. Just because you bastards don't like it don't mean it ain't good. You're sitting there punching air and shit while we talking. Where's Sean at?
Come at me.
You arrogant cocksuckers! Don't matter what you think.
You're in my way. Let's go.
I'm glad Xbox had a good showcase for y'all. Now y'all can get off the suicide wall. Glad y'all guys should be happy for a couple of days on Twitter. Thoughts, and I can hear you, pussy. It looks like you're gonna get your wish of Xbox setting the precedent for all future showcases. PlayStation Lifestyle already got an article up where, or Push Square does, where everybody, all these PlayStation people are asking hosts, and we want a showcase like this.
You don't give a fuck. That's what PlayStation people gotta notice soon enough. As long as they are not being threatened as number one, they will not give a damn.
I agree with that. They giving up on fanfare. They have.
Why they need that shit for? Bro? They got no other choice anyway. It's go PlayStation or go PC.
Okay, boss. Roger. To take care of our bud.
Am I saying they will never have a showcase? No. But they're gonna be very rare.
This game blows your mind.
I think last year,
Mullet Mad Jack.
like they had the perfect opportunity to like seal Xbox's
Sean, I am
fate.
sad to say it, but we're not a million miles away from the end of our show.
What? Already?
Everybody was like,
Oh, wait. Sean,
yo.
are you about to yell no and dramatically wave your fist at the
No,
sky?
no,
PlayStation is dropping the show.
Anyway,
This is after the
as you were
Redfall
saying.
mess.
Right, well, we don't have much left in the
And
show,
then,
so it's
then
time
all of a sudden
to...
they announced the state of play.
Sorry, it turns out I am allergic to shows nearing conclusion.
Of city builders, and there's something
Can't
out there
play
for
around.
everyone. Strategy, survival, puzzle games, co-op.
PlayStation,
There are
this
even
shit.
some really great, cozy, no-stress city builders.
And it's true. But even with all the city builders
They
I
take
play,
their
I can
advantage.
honestly say that we've never seen one quite like this.
As an
From a very
excuse to
talented team
fall
of
back.
developers who made games like Mark of the Ninja and Gone Home.
This is
Let's
not
watch the world
PlayStation
premiere
of old,
of Generation Exile.
PlayStation of old saw their advantage as a
Our
as a means
generation
to
ship
to
was to travel hundreds of
fatality
years
on your
across
ass.
the stars so we could build a new world for humanity. We had tried to restore Earth's ravaged ecology. The desperate solution nearly wiped us out instead. And now it's on the ship. And it's growing. There are only a few thousand of us left, and we cannot repeat the past. In our ship's closed ecosystems, resources are finite. Nothing can go to waste. Every bit of scrap needs to be salvaged, reclaimed, and repurposed into what
don't talk
we
to
need to
console
survive.
gamers. Don't talk to
Materials, food, water, air.
This is what y'all closing
We
y'all
might
shows
not
out
always
with?
work well with each other. We might
This is what y'all-
squabble,
don't
we
talk
might
to us.
stumble,
Just shut the
but
fuck
we
up.
are all we have. As we're building a balanced ecosystem, years will go by like minutes. We must adapt to each other and to the unknown. We're not just learning to build a sustainable future. Everyone on board is living their own story, and your story will be different from mine. Can we escape the mistakes that drove us from our home? Because every decision we make now will determine if humanity earns a second chance.
Yep. This is how they end their show.
Isn't that great?
Generation Exile is a sustainable solar punk city builder with a reactive emergent narrative that changes every single time the game is played. You are aboard a generation ship traveling for several hundred years, leaving a ecologically ravaged Earth behind, attempting to find a new home for humanity. So rather than repeat the failings of Earth in the past, you need to find a new way to develop a society that is sustainable and can thrive.
Your job is to make sure that you shepherd humanity successfully to the destination planet and that they live to get there and there's enough people to keep humanity going.
Players' goals differ a bit from traditional recognizable city builders, where yes, you're still having to provide the basics for your society, food, shelter, clean water, but there's kind of this unquestioned notion that we see both in a lot of strategy games, but also just in the world around us, where it's like, oh, well, when we need more resources, we can just keep extracting, we can just keep growing and growing and growing. It's simply not possible to keep expanding forever. And that is a thematic element of the game for sure, but I think part of that has come from just looking at the industry around us, where all the goals are just like, what are the returns for the next quarter? We see the harm that is caused by that single-minded focus on how can we extract as much value in the short term. And the people who are the harmed the most by that are the thousands of people who in the last 6-8 months have lost their jobs, right? So as you make your way through the game and progress through the game, rather than just infinitely getting bigger, it's about becoming more regenerative, to use only what you have around you because there's no external source of anything else.
Fundamentally, you're on a spaceship, you got what you got.
What we wanted to achieve is to take a relatively recognizable set of city building mechanic, but having more narrative and story elements there as well. Because the thing that is so rich about city builders is that they're so systems dense, and that game state is all very much driven by the choices and decisions that the player is making. But the opportunity then we saw is to look at all that in the city building layer game state men.
Drag it out into the narrative.
Exactly.
Kicking and screaming.
but
Now, BG says something
where rather than
that I
just
agree
like
with.
everyone's going to
Again.
play through the game and at turn 15 this thing happens, then at turn
Xbox will have the
25
best
this thing
showcase.
happens. Instead, you
Like
can
they
just
did the last
have
3 years.
authored narrative events that are
Only problem is
reactive
for
to
some
whatever
reason when
choices
the
you've
games
made,
land,
like
they don't
weird
hit as hard.
ecology things that are occurring
Where
aboard the
Xbox
vessel.
always does something
Their
about that.
situations.
crises.
Yeah.
I've been to this rodeo
small
before.
and
That's why
we're
I,
able
you
to
know, I
provide
can't give it over
the
Nate.
player the ability to make
mean, for
consequential
showcase
specific
purposes,
decisions
yes.
that are divorced from just
I
the
do think it was
pure
good.
systems of the game, which then informs
people,
the
I
events that
think,
will
are
occur in the
excited
future, so
because,
that at
A,
the end
Sony ain't
there will
showed
be
nothing,
echoes
so they
of
left
the
them
decisions
hungry
you've
and
made along the
thirsty.
way. It should
B,
feel like the journey to
they're
get there
adding,
is
they're
one
not
that
looking
you
at it as
uniquely
purely as a
experience,
showcase. They're
and the
looking at it as
conditions
in,
that you
oh, that
finish
game is
with
gonna be
are
dope.
ones that are reactive to all the decisions you made leading up to that point. The game can be wish listed right now on Steam, and
That's the wrong
folks
way
can
to
also
look at
just
anything
go
from
to
a showcase.
sonderlastudios.com to sign up for our newsletter.
If anything
and
taught us that,
learn
Cyberpunk
more
2077
as we
did.
roll things out.
You
There'll
look
be
at
more
something, you see it
delicious
for what it
tidbits
is,
in there.
and if it can look interesting, slightly interesting, very interesting, it can look awesome, you don't know how it's going to land until you play it.
A huge thanks to the good folks at Sonderlust for
why
letting us take a look
When I
inside
look
their
at
new
any of
sci-fi
these
city builder,
showcases, I
Generation
base them
Exile.
solely
It looks
on
incredible, and the
merits
amount
of
of
what they've
love and
shown,
work the team
not
have put into it really shines through.
translating that
Now
into
look, we are under no illusion that this last year has been incredibly difficult for so many developers in the face of thousands of layoffs and countless studio closures.
Today, we are so grateful that we have the chance to put a spotlight on many people really continuing to make games in the face of uncertainty.
And if there's any game you saw in our show or in any of the other many showcases, we encourage you to purchase or even just wish list any of the games for developers that you care about. It goes a long way.
Oh, you use it on Game Pass.
Next up, you'd think the sight of a house standing up and walking around on two weird, massive chicken legs would be horrifying. But when you realize it's taking some heavy witch vibes from everyone's favorite Slavic folklore
Well, I thought it
character,
was Indian.
Baba Yaga, it's actually pretty awesome. Reka is the base-building exploration game you'd curse yourself for missing.
Tim Dog is trending. Oh, they must be trying to drag Tim Dog.
For what exactly?
Probably because we're like, oh, we got a great showcase here. Tim Dog left too soon. I would imagine what they're saying.
Did he leave or just say you ain't gonna cap for that shit no more? Not like he doesn't have his Xbox still. Only thing that bots have to remember, they got nothing coming. Like, seriously, nothing coming. They have no release date, nothing. The next few months are gonna be hella dry. And then when Avowed and fucking, what's it called? Indiana Jones is coming. Those both games gonna be shitted on anyway. Like I can see it already.
We aren't the only ones celebrating an anniversary. iBuyPower is hitting a major milestone of their own, having been around for 25 years. iBuyPower is a fully independent and leading manufacturer of high-performance pre-built and custom gaming PCs based in North America.
From the
As a
Xbox
special thanks
showcase
to
is
25 years of powering the PC gaming community,
they showed us all
iBuyPower
this
is giving
banger
away one of
content.
their official VCT
I think
America's
the biggest
PCs,
takeaway
the
is
RDY
they're willing
Y17
to show
Valorant
what they're going to
VCT
release.
AR002. This bad boy boasts a
They're
hefty
pointing
AMD
to,
Ryzen
this is
7
the best that we have to
7800X3D
offer.
CPU, a GeForce RTX 4070 Ti,
Now we see
and
it.
32 gigs of DDR5 5600 MHz RAM. Did I also mention it's got iBuyPower's 240mm RGB liquid cooling unit? For your chance to win, head over to pcgamer.com/survey. And now, back to more trailers.
Meet the Lock creatures. Their language brings them to life and expands their society. Learn and spell their words, each with its own special ability to change the environment in deep and surprising ways. Play the Lock digital demo, available today.
I hate to say it, man, but BG
We're the
cooking.
top special forces operators. Are all just wizards for some
Indiana
reason.
Jones combat just looks so
One
stiff,
team
mid, and
is
boring. I'm sorry.
unstoppable. Not yours. Hers. The Black Ops Chronomancer. Her team of needlessly fancy goons have brought the world to
this
the
shit?
brink.
What is this?
And only one group of mismatched rejects stands in her way. A disgraced retired Navy seer who can see every possible future, but can't remember his own tragic backstory. The freelance Storm Witch, a private investigator whose mastery of lightning is devastating, unless her enemies aren't standing near windows. The Necromedic, a surgeon who turned to necromancy when she lost her medical license. She can heal you, but she'll have to kill you first. The Rebel Riot Priest, your heavy support. Faith is her armor. But she is also wearing actual armor. Together, there's no threat they can't stop. As long as they can get there by public transport, they can rewind every time they screw it up. And there's an easy mode if they need it. Tactical Breach Wizards. Coming to Steam August 20th. Demo available now. Also, could you wishlist it, please? Thanks.
Wow, what a show so far. I'm absolutely loving it. And don't forget, you can do more than just watch this amazing lineup of games. You can play them too. Visit the PC Gaming Show Steam page to wishlist all the titles you've seen on today's show, all in one convenient, clickable place. Now, do you love history? Do you also love lists with between 9 and 11 items on them? Then today is your day. For our 10th anniversary, we've counted down the 10 biggest moments in PC gaming over the past decade. You can see where your favourite moments landed by visiting pcgamer.com/10. Right, time to grab some friends and head for the sky, where you can turn floating islands into your personal skyships and soar through the clouds. It's co-op survival craft made cozy. Here's an uplifting look at Aloft.
Hello, I'm Manuel Bergeron, founder and creative director of Astrolab Interactive. It is my greatest pleasure to announce that we just launched a new multiplayer demo for our game Aloft, a sandbox survival game set in the sky. Take a look at our new trailer for a few more surprises. Enjoy!
You know what? This remember this? Final Fantasy 16 was supposed to be coming to Game Pass. It was supposed to be announced in Game Pass.
The whole slate was supposed to come to Xbox. Helldivers, Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7, everything. None of it happened.
They're really on course to showing the biggest dog shit they could.
Don't let Sean catch you, say it does.
Police to my door, to my rig.
I can sort this, right? I just need time.
Don't you answer me back! You're fired. You hear me?
So even when you get something with good graphics, it's just a walking simulator.
Jesus, Gregor! Gregor!
This is that.
Dude, Hotel Galactic looks so cute, right?
Oh my God, it does. And honestly, I would just love to manage a bed and breakfast for alien travelers. I just worry that my quaint taste and timeless valence bedspreads just might not be suitable for interdimensional species tastes. I don't know. What do you think, Mika?
Sean, look at
How
me.
is the showcase longer than the
Anybody
Xbox
can
One?
create the cutest bed and breakfast
PC
for
showcase is
interdimensional space
always long
beings.
as shit.
It's you. It's this guy.
Oh, you always care, Mika.
Oh, I know I do. And you know what else I care a great deal about? It's the developers at the Chinese Room getting back to their roots for more first-person horror. Still Wakes the Deep looks atmospheric as hell and positively chilling.
Amen to that, Mika. And hey, speaking of chilling, get ready to side-scroll your way through a 2.5D post-apocalyptic zombie survival with Into the Dead.
Set in 1980s Texas, you are charged with gathering resources, managing party members, and crafting items.
They
all
did
whilst
do
hordes of
girly.
killer zombies try to jump
I
down on your
normally
brain.
don't
And what's
feed into
worst
this.
of all is that this is taking place during a
I
scorching
normally don't feed
God, and as
into
someone who lives in California, I can confirm
whole-
that's way worse than zombies.
you know, they're
Feel ya.
messing with the
My
looks
family's
of players
Irish.
type thing.
I get sunburned by the
But-
moon.
Yeah, they did do your girl. Joanna Dark did they did her thing.
She looks like a football mom.
Yeah, she looked like Brock Lesnar's daughter and shit.
Hi, PC Gaming Showcase. I'm Tanya from KitFox Games, and I'm here to show you 3 different games today. So let's start with Dwarf Fortress.
Hi, I'm Zach Adams. And I'm Tarn Adams. We're the co-creators of Dwarf Fortress, inviting you to play
leather
Adventure Mode in
90s.
open beta.
And we'll be adding tutorials and demigods later this
Bit of sex appeal
While
type
you're
of
waiting,
gamer. That's
you can play
every
Caves of
type
Cud,
of character.
the most intricate roguelike ever
who
made.
she is.
Hello, we're Brian
and Jason, co-creators of Caves of Cud. After 15 years, the game is getting its 1.0 release later this year. But out today is the spring molting patch with its all-new UI. Live and drink.
And our final piece of news today is a whole new game to announce, a world premiere for the PC Gaming Showcase, Streets of Fortuna.
Oh my god, man, what the hell?
How will you survive in Fortuna? Will you be a thief? A cook? A smuggler? An artisan? A trader? The city is a richly generated sandbox, each citizen living their simulated life. Use knowledge to your advantage. Romantically or politically. Live your other life in Streets of Fortuna.
Jesus Christ, bro. My sugar diabetes. They destroyed Joanna Dark. God damn. Damn. This. What? All right, BG, I was with you, bro. Now you've
That
lost
was
me.
the rise of the Golden Idol. Once again,
This
inviting you
mofo
to
said,
unravel the truth being a tangled
South of
mystery.
Midnight looks good. Best game shown so
Take
far.
a look at a
Yeah,
game
this
from our
dude,
friends
he-
at Village Wars that combines turn-based
Yeah,
strategy
you
and
lost me.
real-time exploration.
You lost me.
Here's the new trailer for
I was gonna
every
let bygones be bygones. You lost me. It's a wrap.
While our countries were at war, the Rifters came. They put a dome over the city. Suddenly, almost everyone was frozen. Just a few of us were left.
Not soldiers, just ordinary people.
You know, I never used to like guns.
What is going? Why? What is going on? Somebody help me. Oh God, no. Trash bin. Oh, hold on, Geek. No, man, this is PC. This is the PC Gamer Show. Geek, you can't do that. Don't do that, Geek.
I think we jumped back in time.
This is the PC Gamer Show.
See what else you can do. Don't miss.
Let me see. What is the name of this show? Capcom 2024 Showcase. Can't believe we missed the Capcom Showcase. Or maybe we didn't.
If we missed it, nothing big happened.
What the fuck? Oh my God. What is this shit? This is dog shit.
Velkomin í verndarvættatölu.
What is this dog shit? Oh my God. Right. Hey Sean, this is what, you know what I'm saying? This is them fire games that me and Cold Blood be hating on. How what this is, Sean? It's that heat we be hating on, huh? Look at that shit. Oh my. Oh. Is this that fire? Is that fire, huh, Sean, huh? Huh?
Hi everyone, this is Dave, Community Manager on Windblown, the upcoming action roguelike from Motion Twin, the creators of Dead Cells. These cute characters here are the Leapers, who live in the Ark, a peaceful village now threatened by a massive vortex of doom. So, they train up and become fearless warriors to fight back in an attempt to save their world. Using a cool thruster, you can dash at lightning speed, letting you dart across the stage, dodge out of enemy attacks, or find new areas and secrets. Through each run, you'll be able to equip different gear and upgrades, creating powerful synergies between them. For example, switching weapons at the end of a combo will let you unleash a super powerful move called an Ultra Attack, if you can time it right. Jump online with up to 2 other players, meaning you can mix your builds with your friends and find the best combinations to carry you through the diverse biomes. Windblown will launch later this year into Steam Early Access. Player feedback is super important to help us craft a game that you guys will love to play. So join us on Steam for the latest updates and information, and how you can join in on the fun. See you soon in Windblown.
Folks, we are in the final stretch of the 10th anniversary PC Gaming Show, but that doesn't mean we are winding down. We are, in fact, amping up.
That's right! We're wrapping things up today with not one, but two world premiere trailers in a row. It's like buy one, get one free world premieres.
No, Sean. That coupon expired in 1989, so we won't be
Oh,
getting
well, that's too bad, except, look at this! This is our 10th PC Gaming Show, which means I get a free world premiere.
Look at this guy! Thanks to Sean's Grandmaster level card play, let's check out two big world premiere trailers to cap off our show.
Worship. Like, no. What is we doing?
We doing PC gaming. That's what we doing.
This was probably the worst showcase, and I was checking a lot of it out in the car while I was trying to get my shit. Yeah, this is. I thought. I truly mean the entirety of my.
And that is a wrap on the PC Gaming Show 2024. We had such a great time showing you all the exciting PC games headed your way, and we're especially thrilled that you could join us for our 10th anniversary show. And I mean, if you've been tuning in to watch our show for 10 years straight, thank you so much. We couldn't have done it without you.
And if this is your first time watching, just watch this show like 10, 20 more times. Make up for all the ones you've missed and for the future ones.
That's 100% how the coupon works.
Right, and the punch card.
And we can't forget to say goodbye to our brave captain of the watch party, the amazing Frankie Ward.
Guys, it's been a great show and I had an absolute blast. Before we go, we also want to give a huge thank you to all the game developers, artists, designers, writers, voice actors, and everyone else out there working so hard day after day to create games we all play and love. We appreciate every single one of you.
Absolutely, Frankie. And don't forget that you guys at home can wishlist every game you saw on our show today by visiting the PC Gaming Show Steam page.
Thank you so much again, everyone, and we'll see you again in November for the PC Gaming Show Most Wanted.
Heck yeah.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Oh, goodbye. Oh, that's other hand.
Bye.
Oh, wow, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye now.
Bye.
Yeah, that was the PC Game Show, y'all. Holy cow. If dog shit had a TV show, holy shit. Look at everybody in the chat. Oh, no, I got to show you guys this. Look at everybody in the chat. They're like, boo, L. Like, that was dog shit.
As they should, brother. As they should.
Holy cow. Ash. days of stream. I guess I think we won't get in trouble. Won't get in trouble with Joe. What Dreamcast got? I don't know, man. Yeah, let's put on. I don't. Oh, that is right. Isn't this where he was supposed to sit with Phil Spencer? We missed Phil Spencer?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
I'm looking right now. Oh no, this part is. All right, I'm glad we got this on because they're supposed to be sitting with Phil Spencer at some point in time. Supposed to be asking Phil the tough question. See if we can catch a glimpse of that. Or it's too late. No, it's late where you at, Cold Blood. But what do you think? What are your thoughts overall so far, buddy? Of everything that you've seen, what are your thoughts?
Of this show?
Oh no, just
I did not give a fuck.
The entire weekend.
Oh, the entire weekend,
yeah.
Bro. Gaming is in a fucking bad place.
Yeah. Damn. Not like a hater. I enjoyed Xbox Showcase, but if that is the pinnacle of what's going to be shown this weekend, I can't be, Showcase where I think the only thing that really cracks as far as enthusiasm and excitement, because let's be honest, what game that was showed in the Xbox Showcase looked superb? Like, you can have a bad showcase by just having only one superb thing. I'm not saying the showcase was bad. I think it had a whole bunch of acceptable and good looking stuff. It was a good variety pack. It was like going to a really good buffet, where no particular dish is outstanding, but everything is, digestible. To your point, Cold Blood, yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm hoping Ubisoft can also go and do something great and raise the bar a little bit. I feel a little bit more comfortable. We'll see. Oh, is that Phil Spencer right there? No. What the hell? Find no show. I want to listen to these. So, what are your thoughts now on Cold Blood? What are your thoughts on Ubisoft? Maybe doing something in their showcase. You think? What's the likelihood you think Ubisoft will have a better showcase than Xbox? Yeah, I'm hopeful. I don't know what Ubisoft is going to do. I'm hopeful that at least from them we get something that raises. Everybody is probably listening to me. You hater. Why do you hate the babies? Why? Don't hate the babies. Just expect more. I would like for the show to end off on a good note and not just have a decent showcase. Like for them to end off on a better note and have like stellar showcase. I think that's asking a lot out of Ubisoft. I don't know if Ubisoft can. I don't know if Ubisoft can live up to the. Not yet. You know, we got to rebuild on some things. Let's think what. Change the background here. Peace. Praise. That. Cold-blooded, did you take it back yet?
I was here the whole time.
Say that again.
I was here the whole time.
Oh, now I had to ask you, what are your hopes of Ubisoft? You know, at least ending out with a showcase that raises the bar a little bit. What do you think
I don't know. Ubisoft is like, either they're gonna show us a lot of dog shit again, or they're gonna show us mid shit. And there's no good shit ever. Like, the good shit was already shown. Assassin's Creed was already shown. What the fuck you gonna show us?
Yeah.
Gonna show us Star Wars again? Like, we don't know what the fuck Star Wars is at this point. You think they got a new game coming out?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
They could. You would hope. They better have something that they haven't shown us.
But look, they have Shadows coming and Outlaws, so what the fuck do you want more?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, even if it's not something, and I know this is not atypical of Ubisoft, they don't show us shit except for the year that it's coming out, but like give us a decent glimpse, because I think Xbox saw some success with this today. Give us a decent glimpse into something that you're working on, that that's coming, that's down the pike, that ain't too far off, but it may not be coming this year, because again, like you said, they have two games. They got Outlaws and they got Shadows, so that they don't want them to cannibalize themselves, so just got those two.
They canceled Heartland, so that ain't coming out now.
Canceled Heartlands of it. Fucking extra.
Good, very good.
Fucking.
Bro, I legit love sniping in Extra Fire. Like that shit is so much.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I doubted them, because I just thought that Defiant would be dead in the water, and I would, okay. I mean, I'd rather be wrong about a game being good, being bad, and it's actually good, versus the other way around. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, well, almost every Ubisoft game you've been hyping up.
The only one I stand on is I do like what I still like what I see from Outlaws, and I like Division. I really do like Division, but all their other shit, outside of Odyssey, I did at launch. I did think that Ghost Recon Breakpoint got a bad rap outside of launch. I mean, at launch, but then, putting a few hours into that game, it made sense to me. Say the least.
Can we make you play a game tomorrow?
Yeah, because basically, we might do a video. I might have a video out there. I will have members content out there tomorrow. As a matter of fact, oh shit. You know what? No, I got members content already. I was supposed to release it today, but I don't think today would have been a good day to release it. So, I'll release it tomorrow, and then we'll go into the Ubisoft showcase. So yeah, we'll play some games tomorrow. Got our thumbnail made for the Ubisoft port. Download that mofo.
Make a Division Heartlands burning picture.
You would like that, wouldn't you, you mother?
Yeah, please do that, please.
You mother. You refuse to do.
Then I do it myself.
You know what? If I got to go through heartache, I hate that. Let's go. If I got to go through heartache, it's so fucking funny to me, bro. I gotta go through heartache, make you happy. So be it. So be it. Okay. Oh, here goes your favorite game. Let's see this. Moment.
Are all just shameless nudists?
Absolutely.
All right, droids,
That's a new
huge
perspective
perverts,
for
that's
you.
canon.
Give it up for nude droids. Julian, I promise we will not just talk about naked droids the entire time you're up here.
But on the subject of big, cloaks and fashion and all sorts of good stuff like that, we got to look at Lando in the trailer.
That's
Is that right?
Yes.
We can do a round of applause
This
for
looks
Lando, I think.
garbage.
No, it does
Now,
not.
this takes place between Empire and Jedi.
Yes, it
What
does.
is Lando doing playing Sabacc instead of hatching a plan to rescue Han? What's he doing in this game? What's his role? Tell us about it.
His role, he's an expert. He's one of these elusive characters that we've peppered across the open
This is the
world
last,
that can
this is the
bring
last trailer.
new skills, new abilities, upgrades to
I
your
expect to see a
speeder,
brand
to
new
your
trailer.
ship, to your blaster in the open world. So he's one of those experts. And it's our take on making progression really different from just putting points in a skill tree or something like that. So you actually go and try and find people who are going to teach you how to do something new. So it's our little spin on making progression a little bit more fun and grounded in the open world and grounded with characters that we hope that you'll get to know and love.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Speaking of progression and upgrades and stuff like that, Kay's grappling hook.
Yes.
You got to look at that. It's super cool. Is that something she's going to start out with? Something you can upgrade?
You start out with the grapple.
All right.
You start out with a blaster, but the blaster you can really upgrade, and it becomes extremely versatile as a tool. So you can stun shot people. You can get a blast charge to blow things up.
Hell
It's
yeah.
a little bit more powerful. There's Ion to deal with droids. So it's a really versatile tool.
Why can't I have
Now,
two
I feel like there's a
Uzis?
lot of jumping, a lot of traversal there. I'm kind of
What-
curious
what's
about
up
the
with that?
exploration and how it unfolds, because like the Jedi games have had almost a Metroidvania DNA to them. Obviously, you want to have a big open world for people to explore, but you got to hide some stuff behind certain things. Tell us about sort of how players get out into the galaxy.
So Metroidvania is also something that we've explored within our open world. So that gives you a real reason to go back to a planet, even if you've done the main Golden Path quests in it. You can always go
these
back once you
things?
found that blast charge.
Like, just
for your
because you're
blaster,
going
because
back
you've
to a
seen
place,
some walls
it's not
that you know
Metroidvania.
that
I mean, that's
module
part
can
of the
actually
element,
destroy.
but
right.
And behind that,
you just want to put
Because
labels
they are
on shit.
there'll be
creatively
treasure, there'll be
bankrupt.
some good stuff for you.
That's
So it's a
why.
real motivation for you to go back.
Well,
Now,
that's
Julian,
what the IGN person
You love Star Wars.
came out with.
Yes.
Or maybe,
Our audience
you know,
loves
to
Star
be fair,
Wars.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure that they
I love
gave
Star
them
Wars.
a cue card of things that they wanted to
Do
talk
you
about.
love Star Wars?
A little bit. I mean, you know, here and there. When did you know you had nailed the feeling of StarArs when you were working on this game? What was the thing that you were like, we have to get this right for it to feel like Star Wars?
It's a great question because we started a few years ago, and I think I've said this before.
This
but
doesn't
you
feel
think
like
you
Star
know
Wars.
Star Wars.
That's the problem. Yeah.
But before you have to start designing a new droid, a new species,
This feels
a
like
blaster,
the
a spaceship,
division with the laser
yeah,
pistols.
then it gets, okay, you really have to know Star Wars. But I think when we started bringing Nyx, which is Kay's companion, to life, to give it a personality, a gameplay value as well, Nyx represents all of these attributes, and nailing that, giving it this personality and making it fit within Star Wars, within that original trilogy, that's when we knew that we'd leveled up and we'd understood what makes Star Wars Star Wars.
It's beautiful.
Now-
If anyone hurts Nyx, I will kill them.
In our contract, we cannot hurt Nyx.
Good.
So No cheap emotional points by hurting the little creature.
Thank you.
We're not doing that.
It's precious cargo.
Nyx will be there at the end of the event.
What the fuck? I want that goddamn.
Now, I do want to talk about
insect
Nyx a
to
little bit.
die.
There's something that
Why can't
fascinated
I have
me.
it?
You guys did like a developer diary, and it showed a little behind the scenes. And this Nyx was mocapped. Nyx was a puppet, which is so weird because like we're used to, in Star Wars, it's either practical or it's digital. But you made a puppet and you mocapped it and you made it digital. Tell us about that process. Were there ever other alternatives? Whose hand is that in the like?
So it's true, and this is a while ago. But every scene with Nyx that we mocapped, we had to have a puppeteer on set that was playing Nyx, and there was a real interplay between the actress who played Kay, the actor who played ND5, and Nyx on set because there's somebody
Excuse me.
there.
All right, brother. I know it's late. Oh,
True
thank you.
story,
Oh, shit.
the
Yeah.
last day of
Thank you so much for joining, and we'll wrap and get together when it's time to do some shit. So thank you. Thank you, Cold Blood. Appreciate you, good
So it was
brother.
a really, really touching moment.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
We didn't
All
even
right.
cue them for that.
Everyone's going to cry. Whoever cries the loudest gets a prize.
Cold Blood, folks. We really appreciate our brother coming through.
Last year, I asked you
I'm
about
just-
the Rancor.
just checking
the
this out
large
for y'all.
beast that in Return of the Jedi lives underneath Jabba's weird bed, and he drops things down there, and they get eaten. I was told we're not really ready to talk about that yet. Are we ready to talk about that yet?
Well, what I can say is one of the missions in the game will take you into Jabba's fortress.
Yes. Yes. I love it so much.
You're going to have to sneak inside. You're not a guest. Jabba hasn't sent you an RSVP. No. You have to sneak inside, and maybe you get to meet his pet.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yes. Yes. It took 1 year, but we got it. We got the Rancor. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Now, Brian loves Bib Fortuna. Brian has all the Bib Fortuna toys. He's obsessed with that weird snake-headed Major
I think
Domo.
I have like the most Bib Fortuna toys of anybody. And
I have been banging.
Usually I tell my therapist, but I'll tell all of you guys instead.
I have been banging the Dengar drum for some time. If you don't know who Dengar is, he's the guy who looks like a mummy. He's on Brian's shirt multiple times. Is Dengar in the game? Can you tell me that?
Dengar is not in the game, but Bib Fortuna.
Bib Fortuna's in the game.
Yes.
See, I'll take him. I'll take it.
My expectations are squarely in place. What's Bib doing?
Bib's working with Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of the court that Jabba has. So you have Salacious B. Crumb. You've got the whole throne room is there. So
Marine guards, all the creatures back there.
So Bib, of course, is there.
He's doing what he does best, which is let people in that shouldn't be able to get in, right?
Absolutely.
Nijaba Nobata. Now, I want to talk about sort of the broader scale exploration because this is, the sort of issue with making an open world Star Wars game is there's multiple worlds.
Right.
And you want to have that player freedom, that exploration. Are planets locked behind story beats? How big are the areas sort of in relation to each other? And I guess what other kind of open world, open field Ubisoft games would you compare this one to in terms of scale?
Yeah, how does it all kind of connect together?
So, this was one of the dev challenges that we were facing, which was how to create an open world that felt rich enough, rich not only with locations, but activities, but achievable in a way, with enough space around each one of the planets or moons that we developed to make that space exploration in your ship really worthwhile too. So you can start off in a city, leave the city on your speeder, go to a smaller settlement, call your spaceship, jump in your spaceship, go into orbit, blast a few TIE fighters, hyper jump into the orbit of another planet, and land seamlessly, all seamlessly.
Mike, come on. Come on.
So it's open world, but it's open space.
Freedom.
It is freedom because we want agency. We want the player to live that fancy of being the ultimate outlaw within Star Wars. And that's all about freedom at the end of the day. So thematically, it's intertwined with the core gameplay that we're proposing. Every planet that we're going to feature is very different as well. So you can't compare Kijimi to Toshara to Akiva to Tatooine. They're
Right.
all very, very different.
It's amazing. Really quick before we go, backstage you were talking to Stig Asmussen.
Yes.
Who was just on the show earlier. He worked on both of the Star Wars Jedi games. This Star Wars Outlaws is going to join like a long history of hopefully awesome Star Wars games. What was one of your favorite Star Wars games growing up?
Growing up, Knights of the Old Republic.
Awesome.
So for me, that was classic BioWare. It was agency, it was choice, it was narrative, it was characters, it was Star Wars, but with a real difference. So I think BioWare nailed it, Respawn nailed it, DICE nailed it. There's a lot of great Star Wars games.
And you're going to nail it. You're going to nail it.
You're
Julian,
wonderful. And
thank
you're
you
wonderful.
so much. Give it up for Star Wars Outlaws. Out August 30th. You can see more of it at Ubisoft Forward tomorrow. You can catch us on the IGN pre and post show. Right now, there's plenty more IGN Live on the way. May the Force be with you.
I hope y'all like Ubisoft games because we've got a ton for you, and I'm quite literally surrounded by it. Specifically, the Rogue Prince of Persia, which is the latest Prince of Persia game to drop, and it's a 2D platformer roguelike, which means I'm really bad at it. But anyways, let's get back to the fact that we have more Ubisoft games for you. Let's head back to the stage.
Welcome back, everybody. You are watching IGN Live. Now, players have been begging Ubisoft to bring Assassin's Creed to Japan for years now. With Assassin's Creed Shadows coming this fall, longtime series fans have finally gotten their wish. Joining me now to tell me more is Brooke Davies, Associate Narrative Director on Assassin's Creed Shadows. What's up? So, are there any Assassin's Creed fans here? Oh, good. You guys are in the right place. Yeah, it's true. I feel like Japan's been like the most requested setting for Assassin's Creed for a long time. Why was it finally the right time to take Assassin's Creed to Japan?
I think the dev team is as excited as our fans are to be bringing this setting to everybody. Every great opportunity needs a time and a place. The place was feudal Japan, is feudal Japan for the game, and the time was in 2020. The team decided to make it happen.
Wow. So 4 years we've been working on this.
Yep.
Wow, okay. So 2 protagonists this time out. Is it Naue? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yep, Naue.
And Yasuke. Very different characters. What can you tell us about each of them?
Naue and Yasuke are an incredible duo and very different people. So Naue is our shinobi. She's a young Egan woman, Iga being the province, the birthplace of the shinobi. She's the daughter of Fujibayashi Nagato, a legendary shinobi, so she comes by her amazing shinobi skills very honestly. She's an intense person. She wears her heart on her sleeve. And we see this in many instances in the game. Her intensity is as brutal against her enemies as it is compassionate against the people who she's fighting for justice for. Yasuke is a terrific, steady, level head to this. Really helps bring some balance to her. Yasuke, our first historical character, is going to connect some very key players in our game's story. The daimyo Oda Nobunaga, one of the most powerful people in Japan at this point in history, and the Jesuits. And he and Naue come together. Don't get off to a great start, but do find a shared path together and work together to bring justice to the people of Japan.
So at the start of the game, do they already know each other?
They don't.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of like gameplay-wise, are we switching back and forth between them at will, or is it the game handing you off as the story progresses?
So we do have separate personal stories for Naue and Yasuke, and you'll get to play through each of them. But they're going to unfold gently alongside of other elements of the story. So yeah, we'll really get a bit of both. And then, of course, beyond their personal stories, players will be able to choose who they want to play with, Shinobi or Samurai, Naue or Yasuke, through many of the game's missions.
Let's see. What does the audience think? Shinobi?
Except for both.
Or Samurai?
Also Samurai.
Pretty even there. So what's sort of what's the conflict that brings them two together, and what are they both sort of fighting for?
So from a narrative perspective, we were super lucky to land on this time period. We're in the Azuchi Momoyama period. The game opens in 1579.
So we got,
and what happens, what's happening shortly after the game opens is we're going to come to a time of war. And the daimyo that Yasuke is serving, Oda Nobunaga, he's going to go to the province of Iga, which I just mentioned, Naue's home province, for the Second Tensho Iga War to conquer Iga as part of his mission to unify Japan. So the first time their paths cross, they're on opposite sides of a brutal war, and a lot of the people who Naue loves and cares about are not going to make it through the conflict.
And so how realistic were you going for in the region of Ika? That's right. You know, there's always sort of there's some fantastical elements in Assassin's Creed, but you have a real historical character here. How sort of realistically are you trying to portray this time period and this setting?
So the story is a historical fiction. We start with research into the history to get to know really well this time in history, the setting, the culture, because we're going to Japan, basically to compose sort of the historical palette of the game. What are the facts? What do we know? And then on the narrative team, we come in with the story, and we take these story elements that have to fit the palette of the history that we're working with and start blending them together, but in a very harmonious way. The historical validation and research is an ongoing process from the start of the game, still ongoing now, all the way up into the end.
Will there be opportunities for romance and building relationships?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. And the amazing thing about the dual protagonists that we had fun with on the writing team was developing these relationships, imagining these relationships that these two very different people could have with different people that they encounter in the game world.
So, yeah, people generally like romance in their games, right? So where is the Brotherhood at this time period in terms of their organization? And are Naue and Yasuke members of the Brotherhood?
So I don't want to give away any
any
spoilers, but I can see you may have noticed Naue wearing the hidden blade, and this blade is a super powerful symbol of the destiny that Naue is sort of brutally pushed into at the moment of this war in Iga.
There have been a fair amount of recent games that have tackled feudal Japan in recent years. How is Assassin's Creed Shadows going to differentiate itself from other games that have a similar setting?
We've got our dual protagonists. We've got our amazing shinobi and samurai pair that not only do they go well together, but in coming together, they become so much more than the sum of their parts. And this same sort of dynamism that we see at this point in history, this time of civil war, intrigue, we see in the dynamic friendship that they build, and then we're going to see it in our world, the dynamic seasons of the world. We have all 4 seasons, and this is going to bring feudal Japan to life in a way that's just so detailed. There's so much potential, and it influences gameplay. So no 2 playthroughs are going to be alike.
Well, yeah. I love Assassin's Creed. I don't know about anyone else, but I'm excited for AC Shadows. Thank you so much for coming by.
Thank you so much for having me.
Assassin's Creed Shadows is out November 12th on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PC, Mac, and Amazon Luna. Stick around, wait 1 second. We've got more IGN Live ahead.
Show some more Ubisoft stuff. Let's see what that is.
IGN Live is presented by Lenovo Legion.
Have you ever been stuck on the same quest for just way too long? IGN strategy guides and interactive maps are here to help. IGN guides are trusted by millions, easy to use, and of course, free. You can even track your progress with handy checklists if you go for 100%, just like we do. IGN has the very best, most complete and accurate guides for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Hogwarts Legacy, and so much more. Every guide is tested and verified for you by experts. Just search for IGN.
IGN Playlist is the best way to track your game collection. Now you can even import your entire Steam library to Playlist, making it easier than ever to review games, show off your collection to the world, and finally chip away at that massive backlog you keep meaning to get to. IGN Playlist, check it out.
The average Cinefix movie list features nearly 100 different films and approximately 25 minutes worth of wall-to-wall deep dive analysis. To simulate that pace for this 30-second ad, we're featuring 26 different films, and before you say it, no, that math does not check out. We're not math people, we're movie people. We can't even count down from 10 without ending up at, like, 96. Subscribe to IGN Movies and TV for more Cinefix movie lists. Bad at math, great at movies.
IGN Summer of Gaming is back.
Welcome back. I'm Max Scoville, and today's a big one. This is incredible. I mean, this is... wow. Thank you, Destin.
That was great.
This June, IGN is the place for the biggest gaming event. We are live. Welcome back to IGN Live from across the industry.
Let's do it.
We're going to soon see if there's more.
X-Defiant is the hot new arena shooter from Ubisoft that brings together a ton of iconic franchises with lightning-fast combat. Here to tell me more is Mark Rubin, executive producer, and Seifi Seda.
Oh, Cold Blood is missing. This boy is here, Mark Rubin.
Hello. Thank you both for being here. Congratulations on the launch. How has player reception been so far?
So far, it's been amazing. First off, you guys have a really loud crowd here, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they've been bringing the energy.
Yeah, they are. No, the reception has been amazing. You know, we've been kind of keeping the game kind of low-key, right? Like, we're not spending $250 million on crazy trailers. We're a low-key game. We're just here for the fun, for the fans, and building it with the community. You know, the game's been out for less than 3 weeks now. And the reception has been extremely positive. We hit way bigger numbers than we expected.
We love that.
We were 1 million in an hour. We were hitting 10 million within less than 2 weeks. So the numbers have been absolutely amazing. I think the important thing, though, for us is we're not concerned about winning the sprint. We're concerned about winning the marathon, right? This is a long-term game, and we want to be committed to these guys. And that's what it's about. So.
Well, and I'm so glad you said that, because how do you plan to keep that really healthy player count going for years to come?
So I would say that, X-Defiant is a place for arcade shooter fans first.
and I think there is some here. And basically, we want that place to grow and evolve with its community. And we are super lucky to be able to bring all Ubisoft IPs in the mix in order to refresh the formula over and over and make it grow. So that's really something we're excited about, and we're confident we can do that, yeah.
Amazing. Well, Mark, what can you tell me about XDefiant's approach to building the community?
We have been community first since day one. Literally, when we wrote up our first deck, it was like the pillars were be good at shooter, be good with the community. That was it. That was our deck. And we were like, this is the game we want to make.
Pillars.
And, I think if you guys see me, I'm on Twitter every single day, answering questions, doing tech support, whatever it is. I'm here for the community. And we listen to the community. We get their feedback. We make changes. We've made plenty of changes along the way during our development. One of, for instance, the things that players have been asking for in the two and a half weeks that we've been live is a TDM mode. And so we'll be seeing that in a couple weeks. Announced here that in a couple weeks we'll be seeing TDM. So that's where we focus. It's on these guys.
Mm-hmm. How do you determine maybe player feedback and decide, okay, this is a great idea that we want to implement, or maybe this is a great idea but not for our game?
That's a challenge.
I mean, as always with player feedback, it's first hard to compile all that, but we have great tools and great team to do that. But then we have also a data team that is allowing us to look at all the data that is coming from the game that is played. And then we try to combine all those things to see really what makes sense to change. Then we exchange, as Mark mentioned, on Twitter and other channels with the community. And we know if a change is not good, we can re-change it after. Again, it's a game that is there to evolve with its community. So, yeah.
And I think to add on to that a little bit, one of the big focuses for us has always been transparency. Mm-hmm. So, I'm planning on sharing the data that we collect, and not just saying, well, the data says we're not going to do that. I'm going to show the data, and we'll talk about it with our community and make decisions together.
Yeah, I love that, an open dialogue.
Yeah.
So what would you say the purpose is behind XDefiant, and what does your team want to deliver to players?
I think the purpose is simple. We knew that arcade shooter is something that first we didn't have at Ubisoft, so we really wanted to get a game there. But then something that installs for the long run, as Mark mentioned, for the marathon. That's really our main objective, which is why we want to listen so much, because that's the way I think we can stay for the long run. So yeah, it's really that first step also of having a great feel of the game that has been the top priority from the beginning. So having the fluid gameplay as the first step. And so far from the feedback, it seems like we are tracking on that. We're still going to improve, obviously, but it's really what we want to do.
Mm-hmm. So how does XDefiant cater to both FPS pros, the sweats, and casual players?
Well, the way we've been handling it is by mixing them all up in the same playlist. We don't have skill-based matchmaking, so players, you get in the game old school, OG style. If you're not good, that's your opportunity to get better, and you should see yourself improve and get better. So, yeah, that's been a huge part of our sort of our goal and our platform for this game. We will be adding, right now we're only in preseason. It's sort of a warm-up to get to the real game. Tomorrow at UB Forward, we're announcing what we're planning to show for Season 1. But one of the things that's coming is ranked mode. So we do have that sort of play casual, do whatever you want, play with weird guns that you're not used to playing with, enjoy yourself, have fun, play with your buddies. And then ranked mode is there for people to sweat if that's what they want to do, and grind those ranks.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I love that because what I love about non-skill-based matchmaking is the games are so dynamic and it's not as repetitive, right? And you can just kind of go in, like you said, mess with some new guns and have fun, which is great.
Yeah.
So can we expect to see any updates pulling maybe more personality from the individual games into XDefiant?
Yeah, I mean, the plan is to really have a game celebrated at each season. So as Mark mentioned, tomorrow at UB Forward, we'll reveal what Season 1 will bring to the game.
Cool.
So a new faction coming from that game, 3 new maps, new weapons. So all that will, start that grow and expand principle I was talking about earlier. So yeah, each season will really celebrate a Ubisoft IP, basically.
Yeah, I think that's important. We promised to the community early on that we would deliver a map a month. So 1 new map every single month. And again, the thing that people sometimes doesn't click is Ubisoft has a huge portfolio of IP that has nothing to do with shooters. And they will make it into the game at some point.
Okay.
It's going to be cool.
For sure.
It's going to be fun.
That must be fun on the developer end as well. You're playing some Ubisoft game and, this might make a good map for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's fun to see the community already speculating about what could get in the game as a map, as a faction. And, who knows, we could take inspiration for that as well.
We're going to see some Rabbids backgrounds. Who can say?
Maybe.
Who can say? Well, super quick before we get going, what can you say about how abilities will continue to be balanced in XDefiant?
Yeah.
I mean, as I said earlier, we have a great way to gather the data, but we want also to see the behavior of players and what they talk about the most, what they pick the most. And we have to remember there are many different modes, so some abilities might be better in some modes and others, some maps. So it's always good to really nail down exactly what all that data means, and then we'll balance. And as always, sometimes it will be better, sometimes not, but we'll keep balancing over and over.
I think the fun thing game's only been out for 2.5 weeks, not even 3 weeks yet, right? And from day 1, you get people going, oh, this is OP. Day 2, no, this is OP. Day 3, this is OP. And so we have seen a lot of, YouTube videos, whatever, talking about this gun's OP, this gun's OP, this is the new meta, this is the meta. It's only been 2.5 weeks, and we can actually see the data where people are sort of following these trends of what's popular at the moment and moving along those trends. So again, 2.5 weeks, it's not enough time yet to say we know what the balance is, but we will be keeping an eye on it. Again, we're going to be super transparent about it, and no stealth nerfs and no hidden agendas on what we're doing.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you both so much. Again, congratulations on preseason. Excited to see if any more news comes out tomorrow. XDefiant is out for free right now, so go get it. We've got plenty more IGN Live coming up, so don't go anywhere.
Let's see if there's any more Ubisoft stuff I recorded that for.
All right, what's up, y'all? I'm over here checking out these super cool Fallout collectibles right behind me. And while you can't touch them, you can pre-order them. So go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I might buy all of them. So hurry up and get on that. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what we've got on the main stage right now.
Earth is home to many myths and legends, but where do they come from? In Mythwalker, you'll explore Earth's parallel world, Mythra, using your geolocation. Here to walk us through this mobile geolocation fantasy RPG is executive producer Mike Madden and principal artist Andrea Daly from Nant Games. Guys, welcome to IGN
That's
Live.
it for the show,
Welcome for
y'all.
having us.
They're done with the Ubisoft
Now,
stuff.
before
so.
we start this, I hear you guys brought us an exclusive reveal trailer.
We did.
Let's see what this
Let's
is.
dive in.
This is some dog shit. We're out of here. I've had my fair share of dog shit. Oh yeah, this is the movie. We're out of here. All right. Thank y'all. We're going to be here tomorrow, 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a kickoff to the Ubisoft show, and then we'll be reviewing the Ubisoft show and giving our thoughts. So be joining us tomorrow. MM2K Gaming, me and Cold Blood tomorrow for the Ubisoft showcase. And if we do anything else beforehand, we will let you know. But that's it. We appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Also, join our Discord. The link is in the description. Till next time, have a wonderful gaming day. Peace.
All right, guys, so I need to know more. What is Mythwalker?